Sleepy Joe, but now they can call me Batman.
What up? Welcome back once again to the Necro Zoo. I am Bones, and in this one, let's go ahead and add another figure to my DC Multiverse collection. Now, this is an offshoot line. The Page Punchers actually coming out under the DC Direct banner, but still from McFarlane. So these do definitely go alongside your DC Multiverse collection. Now, this is only the second one I have taken a look at. I did take a look at John Constantine, and I really liked that figure. So now today we'll be taking a look at Black Adam. Now, he actually does look pretty regal in the packaging, but let's go ahead and take a closer look at it. But first, he does come with your standard black DC Multiverse stand. Now, these are not really needed, but sometimes they do come in useful. He also comes with his Page Puncher card. On the front, you have an image of the comic, and on the back, you do have some information. Pretty nice, added to the collection. Now he does come with two accessories, and these are some energy effects, kind of lightning bolts looking, but pretty nice. A little bit green tinted, transparent yellow effects, but always nice to get some accessories. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at them. Now, first impressions. Didn't know what to think when I saw the images of this figure, but now that I see him up close, he does look really clean, like really crisp, like everything you want to see is there. Now the proportions are a little bit off because the feet look really big, the hands look kind of big, and then the head looks a little bit small at first glance. But if you kind of take it that he's wearing all this armor and even the boots could be like some really thick boots, then it kind of does work. But what I do get from it is a more classic looking Black Adam, that's definitely for sure. So let's take a look at the head. Now, I love this head sculpt. If they would have had this head sculpt, just a little bit larger, but for the Endless Winter Wave Black Adam, it would have been, one of the more sought after figures. But they kind of dropped the ball on that head sculpt. But it's really nice to see a more traditional Black Adam looking head sculpt on this figure. Looks really nice. Really get that classic feel of Black Adam in this head sculpt. It's all there, the pointy ears, the widow's peak, the facial structure, the high brows. It just all fits in with the classic Black Adam look. Now let's take a look at the articulation. He doesn't look too far up, but we could always mod that. But what he does do is he looks down really well. Kind of like even an intimidating, looking down upon you face there. Really nice. You do have the regular articulation right to left. And then you can tilt his head for some attitude. Sweet. All in all, really happy with this head sculpt. More traditional looking Black Adam. I'm really liking it. But let's go ahead and move down. I actually love this emblem on his chest. It's really yellow. Kind of like even like a lemon yellow. But it looks more traditional. And it's actually painted in really nicely. Love that Thunderbolt emblem on the chest. Now, like I say, this is a more classic, homage to the more classic Black Adam. Let's take a look at his waist. Now, he does have side-to-side articulation. He does have that full range of motion at the waist. He does have a lower waist swivel and an upper chest swivel. And you could twist him and get him in some pretty nice poses. Now, not too much crunch forward, but you could always mod that. But he does lean back really well for some flying poses. Pretty nice. Let's take a look at The arms, now first you got these shoulder pauldrons, but they do move up out of the way. He does have a butterfly joint up and down, front to back. And something pretty nice, if they would cut out a little bit more of the pec, the outer pec, he could probably get his hands to touch. And if you push it, you could actually get one hand into the other. Now we haven't really seen that in a while, but it's really nice. I just love the feel of this figure, like the plastic that they use. It has kind of a soft tone to it. Now he does have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then let's move down from the pauldrons into the arms, down into the gauntlets that are really nicely sculpted. I'll give them that. And then the hands, like I said before, these hands are a little bit more cartoony, comic booky, but they're not overly sized. They're just right on the edge of being too big, but they actually work for this guy. So to me, it's not really a negative. It actually fits well with this figure. You can get him in a T-pose with the pauldrons there. You can move his arms up even with the pauldrons there. Let's take a look at the waist now. I love the design of the trunks here. They're like in that gold, like they're kind of in that cream gold. They look really nice. Let's check out the thigh swivel. Awesome range. So there is no need for thigh cuts with this guy. Has about, I would say, 70% of rotation. Now he can kick up really high, and he can also kick back really high because of the rubber in the trunks there. And then once you put it back, the trunks go back to their original shape. You can cock his leg out. Now he does have that cool hip rotation. Straighten them out, go down to the boots. And there he does have up, down, right to left, ankle rocker, and toe articulation. Now before we go, let's take a complete look at the lower body and legs. Love the design in the suit. You could see it throughout the whole suit, but really in the legs here. They have all these textured designs and line work in here just to give the suit a little bit of texture and life. Pretty nice. Now they did mess up because I'm pretty sure these sculpted ankle joints should have been gold. So I might go into popping everything apart and repainting them. That way they'll be, they'll blend in a little bit more, and we'll see how that looks. But all in all, really happy with it. Like I said before, the proportions could be a little bit off-putting at first, but the more you get this guy in your hand and move him around, it actually works well with him. So I'm actually pretty happy with it. Take a look at the bottom. No tread, but he does have some identifying marks. Moving up the back, now you can really see all of that piping and line work in the legs of the suit and also in the back. Awesome sculpt work. The trunks look really good from the back as well. Now I did hear somebody complain that there's no paint on the back side of this, but I also heard that if you look in the comic, it's actually comic accurate. So really nice. Now they did give this guy a cape, which works really well. It has a really nice grain to it, and the texture in the shredded parts and the tattered area is just awesome. Has a couple of little holes in there. Now I'm not a big fan of the color, but it could be comic accurate, but I just really prefer black. So we might even repaint this to like a matte black. See how that looks. I just think it'll look a lot better. Does have his hood. Awesome. All in all, really happy with this figure. I always say you cannot judge a figure until you actually get it in hand and move it around and feel it and actually spend a little bit of time with it. And from the head sculpt to the armored sculpt to the detail in the suit, I really love this figure. Now I said before, the hands are all almost a little bit too big. The feet, you know, are pretty big, but maybe they're just big boots, you know. But in all, the whole aesthetic actually works pretty well. Just a little bit of a comic-y feel to this guy, but he looks really good. Really happy with him. Stands easily. Now, before we go, let's take a look at him next to a couple of figures. Let's take a look at him next to the custom that I'm working on for General Zod. Actually, Zod's a little taller than him. Pretty interesting. Then let's take a look at him next to one that I just reviewed. The Black Adam from Endless Winter, but customized. I can't. They both have their flaws and they both have their good points. Would be interesting to see a head swap, but it also could be nightmare fuel, so I just won't touch that for right now. And then finally, next to the only other page puncher that I actually have been doing a little bit of work on, and that is John Constantine. They actually look really good together. But anyways, guys, pretty cool figure to add to the collection. I'm kind of really anticipating a long list of releases on the DC Direct page puncher side. Maybe even some female characters in there. But you guys keep hunting out there. Keep collecting. Keep customizing. And I will see you on the next one.